Hi, everybody. My name is Melanie Keller, and I am the Associate Artistic Director of First Folio Theater. And today I am here with Heather Chrisler, an Artistic Associate. So hello, Heather. I'm so excited that we get to talk to you today.
Hi.
So Heather, first I want to ask you a little bit about your relationship with First Folio. When did you come to work at First Folio, and what shows have you done?
I started working for First Folio 5 years ago. I was just an understudy on Laughter on the 23rd Floor, which was very fun to understudy. And I just fell in love with the mansion and all the people who work there and the whole atmosphere of the place. It very quickly became home. And I'm glad they also felt that way about me because I don't think I was leaving. And I did, I did The Madness of Edgar Allan Poe, I did Captain Blood, I did Mary's Wedding with You. Yeah, and then we were about to do Little Women and Jigsaw Bride.
Yep. Which is tabled and will be coming soon.
Yes.
Both of them. So now tell me then about Little Women. So you have been a lifelong actor, but recently you put on the playwright hat and did an amazing adaptation of Little Women, and that was meant to be our show for the spring. We were like a week from opening when COVID shut everything down. So it's just a gorgeous adaptation. Tell me a little bit about it, and what is special to you about Little Women and what's unique about your adaptation.
Oh, well, this came out of a conversation with David Rice a long time ago, because he was looking to have me adapt something. He is someone who sees people for more than what they are. I always say I'm just an actor, and he'll look into you and say, you're not. You could also direct, or you could also write. So he wanted me to do an adaptation of something. And the ideas that started coming were for Little Women, because Little Women is one of my most favorite novels of all time. And I have a huge just crush on Louisa May Alcott. I think that she was one of the most incredible women in American history. And so I felt a deep connection with the piece, and I saw it theatrically. I could see how we could put 4 actors on stage in an attic, and this creation and play could easily create this magic scape of Little Women. So it really it felt very natural to me. I loved the book and I love the art of theater. And so the two sort of married themselves. I think you remember I wrote it quite quickly. The first draft, I think I wrote in 2 weeks. So.
Oh yeah, it was extraordinary. And such a great fit for First Folio and for that space specifically. So I want to say to everybody watching that we are going to bring Little Women back. We don't know exactly when. Nobody knows anything about when anything's happening, but it will be back and our audience will get to see it, which is going to be a real treat for everybody. So something that I know you've been working on in the Corona times is something that you're calling Art Infusions. It's kind of an amazing series. So tell me how this was born and what is it?
So one of the things that I love to do in the before times, I always think being an artist, even when you don't have a job as an actor, is really important. So one of my favorite places in the entire world is the Art Institute of Chicago. It's my happy place. And I've accrued a few friends who it's also their happy place. And everyone was kind of bemoaning the loss of being able to go to the museum. So my Art Infusion series was really born out of this wanting to curate a sort of virtual museum space. So my idea for the project, and it's on YouTube, you can just Heather Chrisler YouTube, you'll find it. My idea for the project is that I want to look at the models in a lot of these classic paintings in Western art, because we tend to talk about the artists, and that ends up being this very white male centered world. But they did paint a lot of women, and these women had interesting lives. They also painted a lot of people of color, and they had interesting lives, you know? So like this shifts the focus from this sort of like white male art world to like who's in these paintings. So it's really fascinating to like talk about these young women who were maybe 14 and became mistresses of kings, or you know, I talk about Degas' ballerinas and how they were young girls and how they were treated. You talk about Elizabeth Siddall with the Pre-Raphaelites, who's in that famous painting of Ophelia, theater people, you know, and how you look at that and you think, oh, it's Ophelia, it's so tragic, but this is clearly a model. But she actually died of an overdose at a very, very young age. So she's also tragic, and the painting sort of reflects her life. So I just think it's fascinating to talk about the people in paintings. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really, really is. And you've just like cracked open and given so many of us a different perspective on things that we kind of thought we knew or maybe just hadn't thought about, hadn't been curious enough about. So that's awesome. So everybody go check it out. It's fascinating. All right, last question. What are you watching or reading, you know, besides working on Art Infusions in the COVID times that is keeping you like either distracted or sane or a little bit of both?
I'm just consuming media. Everything new that comes on TV. We're watching the new Perry Mason right now on HBO. It's really disturbing and good, which leans into, because I'm also reading everything, and I have this guilty pleasure of reading mystery novels. I read so many mystery novels. I don't know if you know this about me.
I don't.
Mystery novels. No, Ruth Ware is the best. W-A-R-E. This chick, I've read everything she's ever written. It's always young women. They're always in danger in a remote location. It's perfect. She has a new one in September. You'll burn through her books. You eat them for breakfast. She has like 5 of them. Just go get her mystery novels. They'll keep you happy.
I will take that tip. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Heather, for taking a little bit of time. It's awesome to see you. It's really nice to talk to you, and stay safe, and we'll talk soon.